last, we don't crumble.
We ain't no cook, we ain't no
We playing the ball, so don't fumble.
fuck all you fuck.
Stay away from the ops, remain humble.
Watch yourself.
Say the shit with your chest and don't mumble.
I don't hear you. I
We
don't hear you.
built the last, we don't crumble.
We ain't no cookies.
We playing the ball, so don't fumble.
Watch how you fuck.
Stay away from the ops, remain humble.
Remain humble.
Say the shit with your chest and don't mumble.
Wanna hear that
Yeah,
shit?
yeah. We the best and there's no debating. Please don't start the hating. The gun spark like ozone. Jason Bateman, you already know I got the clapper on me. Hit your tummy, bend you over just like macaroni. For acting funny, blow up half your tummy, then it's back to money. Yeah, big bags of money, and they rapidly coming. Look what I'm becoming. They say I'll be nothing. I knew they was bluffing. Raw than something. Shit could get disgusting. Pull up on your scene, start dumping. Don't get cooked like dumplings.
See, I was taught to aim for the head, cut it clean off, it still might be life in the legs. Life lessons on securing the chicken, that flow gifted. God-given, jaw legend singing, let's get lifted. Like Randy pitching, throwing 100 under a minute. Never flinching, altitude rising, the jet setting. Raw papers make them organic, Devonto granite. OG Kush, choice of the bush, no Reggie Burnett.
We built the last, we don't crumble.
We ain't no cook, we ain't no
We playing the ball, so don't fumble.
fuck all you fuck.
Stay away from the ops, remain humble.
Watch yourself.
Say the shit with your chest and don't mumble.
I don't hear you. I
We
don't hear you.
built the last, we don't crumble.
We ain't no cookies.
We playing the ball, so don't fumble.
Watch how you fuck.
Stay away from the ops, remain humble.
Remain humble.
Say the shit with your chest and don't mumble.
Hear that shit.
Yeah, guru nigga. We can keep the peace. I could get fries every day of the week. And niggas show respect when I speak, and I preach gospel when I'm rapping. These trap scriptures when I practice, never spare the nigga lacking. Let him pick his hurts for what it's worth. It's perfect timing. They be kind, so rep the signs. I'm about to throw it with the mob. Ain't shit sweet, nigga. Corn on the cob. Don't wanna hear how you feel unless you feeling the guy about to be a million of vibe, nigga.
Macaron, I do shit on my own. 2 wheels up on the road just to stack for a new home. Cause home is where the hate is. Bros become your haters. Want you back in the basement. Come on, homie, let's face it. Most of y'all cats is faceless. Get the eighth and I face it. You just getting the facelift. Come on, homie, this basic. Reppin' both of my races. Need for speed for my patience. Mav is ill at this shit. That's why they callin' them patient.
We built the last, we don't crumble.
We ain't no cook, we ain't no
We playing the ball, so don't fumble.
fuck all you fuck.
Stay away from the ops, remain humble.
Watch yourself.
Say the shit with your chest and don't mumble.
I don't hear you. I
We
don't hear you.
built the last, we don't crumble.
We ain't no cookies.
We playing the ball, so don't fumble.
Watch how you fuck.
Stay away from the ops, remain humble.
Remain humble.
Say the shit with your chest and don't mumble.
Hear that shit. Hear that shit.
Business as usual, I need all of mines. MBG is how I signature the dotted lines. Campaign flow, bevy in the fleet. Hood with me, and we heavy as a Chevy in the street. Learning level all competitors, levy all the medalists. Tally up the total, etc. Let it register. It's the high exalted. Enterprise on the rise, high as a starship. Stock market, Forbes list. You can't sabotage greatness. Back to the subject at hand. You already know the plan. Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter.
Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. When I put that tool here, you know what it'll do to you. Lift you off your feet, Lex Luger, Yoko Zulia. I do this shit spectacular. Real nigga, no actor, bro. You fake it in the wrestler. I'm kicking up so extra, bro. I'm waking up the extra dough. One bitch ain't enough, so I think I need an extra hoe. One split ain't enough, so I think I need like 50 more. Shut the fuck up, sucker. What the fuck is you bitchin' for? Shit your rap suck, fucker. You should slit your dough. Head on the kitchen floor, or in the dish drain, right where the dishes go. MBG, we get the dough. The reason your bitch get me broke. Semi-automatic all up in my coat. Yeah, I smoke that very loud chronic. Have my head in the clouds like the Jolly Green Giant. Pothead, I can't deny it. I'm rolling and then I fry it. If it don't stink, nigga, I don't buy it. Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter.
Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. Slick, majestic, fantastic, Grand Rapids. Flows done match the source, go gadget. Floating through the traffic, posted throughout the atlas. Meditate with millionaires, still speak to the savages. Stay up the par because when driven far, my thought process progress like IndyCar. You should show some respect when a general speaks. Respected, connected, and very elite. When MBG move in, the cipher complete. I make them come for your head, stay on point with those barbershop. Counting cash became my favorite pastime. Learn to turn a slow nickel to a fast dime. Money back guaranteed till it's flatlined. And we on the grind and we shine all the time. Money on my mind, and you know the time. If you wanna get a ticket, single file, stand in line. Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter.
Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball
Yo. We are back again and again and again and again. Welcome back to the Knicks in 6 podcast. I am your humble and gracious host, Sire Van Dam, Ham Van Dam, Guru if I'm your mans, and I am joined once again by my humble and gracious co-host. Maybe not super humble, but definitely super gracious. Mr. Sean Harris, we have the building.
Yes.
How you doing, my brother? Everybody? How you doing?
I'm good. I got to see the Tyson fight. Nice. I got to get that out of my system. Shout out to everybody involved. I don't know about y'all, but I enjoyed it. I didn't have to pay for it. I ain't have to go look for it nowhere. I ain't have to find the link.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no stream, send me that. Like, it was just right there, and it was jokey, and it was entertaining, and gave me something to talk about.
It was a good time. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was actually the worst fight I've ever seen in my life. But
Mike should his ass out there, literally.
I won't lie to you. I feel like I wasted a little bit of my time seeing that. I feel like we rushed off talking some serious Knicks yesterday to go run and see that. But it was good to see Tyson not get absolutely smoked. If that's what the goal was at the very least.
He got smoked. They just didn't finish him in front of our eyes, and that nasty. But respect for finishing it classy. I know you don't like that as much. Like you're like whatever, but
I like people getting smoked. That's my favorite type of fighting.
I enjoyed the first round. The first round made everything work.
You could get me at least to 3 rounds, and I'll be like, cool, you know. But if you could if you could get me like 2 rounds in, and now it's ready to put the oppa stop out. I'm all good for that. I'm always good for that. Always. But
it was a moment, and we'll remember it. So shout out to that.
Yeah. So make sure you follow us everywhere at Knicks in 6 Pod. Knicks in number 6 IX Pod. Shout out to Sean, because Sean is the reason why you guys will see this more often than not, because he said, "Wait a minute, why don't we just consistently throw the fucking socials under the damn thing?" And I was like, I don't know why we've never done that before. So now we do it
all day. All day.
Yeah. So make sure you follow us at Knicks in 6 Pod. Make sure you also follow the company at Smooth Family ENT. This is brought to you by the Smooth Family Network. Cha. You already know how we do, man. Welcome new and old friends in the Twitch and YouTube space. Shout out to us. I was told by a very good friend that we are averaging more than the average viewers of podcasts of our stature. So shout out to us. We out here.
That's peace. I'll take it. Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Ma.
Encourage you guys to definitely lock in on the chats on Twitch and YouTube. We will engage. If you say something interesting, we'll bring it up. You know.
Yeah.
So feel free to lock in with us, and yeah, let's not waste no time, man. Let's not waste no time. Right. We're usually an hour late. We're about an hour 30 late now, but you know, fuck it.
The computer was a little punch drunk after.
It's all good. All right, let's start it off. Let's start off with the recaps, man. You know how we do. With these recaps. All right, so we got to start off with a little bit of pain. You know how we do. We got a little bit of pain. So the Knicks sold to the Pacers 132-121 on Sunday. Didn't love it. Didn't love it. Didn't love it. Ty Halliburton with 35, 14, and 2. Benedict Mathurin with 38, 8, and 2. Ill. Obviously, our captain had 36, 33, 6, and 10. And the Big Bodega with 30 and 9. Another good game from the Big Bodega.
Yeah.
So we spoke about this game during our recap on. Oh no, did we recap this one? No, we didn't recap this one. So we could go a little bit more in depth into the emotion that we saw into this game.
You saved this for today.
We did. Just a friendly reminder: this is a Tyrese Halliburton slander cast. So if we get any opportunity to slander Tyrese Halliburton, we will take it. So,
yes.
So it's clear as day that people get up for the Knicks, right? It's clear as day that people get up for the Knicks. I have a theory that Knicks fans are not handling expectations well. In my opinion, not at all. Not even a little bit, even, to be honest with you. And, like, all right.
And, Doug, are we handling expectations well? Let's keep it a buck. Doug, I haven't predicted a loss yet. We've been losing. We've been losing. And I stand on it. I don't mind being wrong with it.
We're 500. But I don't think anybody's handling expectations well. And I said Knicks fans, and I include us in Knicks fans. If I would have said Knicks Twitter, I would have said Knicks Twitter. Totally different entity. Totally different entity. Knicks, not a real place. Knicks fans, real place. I don't think we're handling expectations well, and I think it showed in this game specifically. Obviously, good Jalen Brunson game. Obviously, good Cat game. But in terms of how we look defensively, it is a work in progress. It is the work in progress. It's actually our main issue at this point.
Offensively, we are rolling.
Offensively, we look like the freaking Warriors. And I'm not even going to bullshit y'all. Like, we look like 2016, 2017 Warriors. It's like, why can't everyone can score? Everyone's having a career year offensively except for Mikal Bridges. And that's only because he has been relegated to a fourth option because OG Anunoby has decided that he is now the third option this week. Like, it could change next week. It could change next week. But this week, OG Anunoby made a decision that he is the third option. I didn't love this game. I didn't love watching this game.
Why you make that point, we are top 3 in offensive rating as of right now.
Because we literally
behind the Cavs and the Celtics.
We literally can score at will.
Yeah,
we can literally score at will. Offensively, there have been years I have been worried offensively. This is not the year. This is not the year. We're having a bad Jalen Brunson start to the season, and he's averaging 25 points. Like that's all you need to know about what our offense looks like in a vacuum. So when I look at this game, right, we talking Ty Halliburton with 35, 14, and 2. Obviously, the conversation is going to be around what the hell is Mikal Bridges doing on defense. That Ty Halliburton is getting 35, 14, and 2. It's nasty.
Right.
I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like it. I won't lie to you. I don't like it. And Mikal, you're better than that. Let's be clear. You know why I know you're better than that, Mikal Bridges? I'm going to tell you why. Because just 2 weeks ago, that brother scored 0 points in the carpet. 0 points. So it's either and to be clear, the thing with Ty Halliburton that nobody talks about, especially when it comes to the Knicks, is that he is hot and cold. He's like freaking Eli Manning when it comes to playing the Knicks. Like, the brother will come and he will give you, he will come and give you 35, 14, and 2. And then he will give you 0, 0, and 0. Like, we've seen this. Like, y'all can talk about Ty Halliburton, this, that, and the third, but us as Knicks fans, we have seen this consistently enough with Tyrese Halliburton. Forget the playoff series aside. He was doing it in the playoffs. He was doing it in the playoffs. This is what he does. So, at the very least, I know what Ty Halliburton has taught me is that at the very least, there's a 50-50 chance he's going to be an absolute burger. And there's a 50-50 chance he's going to absolutely cook us. But I like 50-50 more than like 70-30, more than like
better than knowing it's about to be a long day.
Yeah. And that's fine.
Some matchups, you know, it's going to be a long day. That ain't it.
It's not Ty Halliburton.
I'm mad we talking this much on Halliburton right now. I don't think anything that happened that day was particularly Halliburton.
It was Ben Mathurin. It was Mathurin.
Fuck all that. Sorry, you two. Forget all that. Oh no, you two can handle that.
Yeah.
It's you had it right. It's Mikal Bridges. It's Bridges.
Yeah. That's a physical.
We have had this problem guarding the perimeter for multiple seasons. This has been an old Knicks problem at this point. This has been a problem. And Wingstop was supposed to be the solution. Right now, we're 21 defensively. Does that sound right to anybody? It sounds right if you've seen it, but not from what we put together on the roster as we was expecting. Sure, we were shorthanded, and that's why it's hard to talk, you know, reasonably and rationally when you're sitting 600 and fourth in the East and you're missing players.
Yes.
And defensive players.
Mm-hmm.
Hurry back, Precious. Hurry back, Mitch.
I think it's clear that we're missing our defensive players because we're not missing any of our offensive players, and we look like the fucking Warriors. That's
very true.
That's my point that I can make. And I got into a little debate in one of my Knicks chat when I was saying like, bro, all we need is Precious and Mitch. That's it.
Right.
And then I need to see and then I can reassess. After that. And he was like, yo, why do you think Precious and Mitch will be such a big difference? And I said, legit, bro, we are missing none of our offensive players, and we look like the fucking Warriors. And we are missing two of our defensive players, and we look like the fucking Pistons. Like, like, do you get what I'm saying here? Like, there's a stark difference. Offensively and defensive, it's actually too wide of a gap to make sense to me for me to even put any like sustenance on it. Honestly, like it's too wide of a gap for me. Like it's like, wow, this is kind of nuts. And when it comes to like the defensive, like I don't really blame a lot of this on Wingstop. I blame some of it on Tibbs. I blame some of it on Tibbs, some of it on Wingstop. Like I think they both shared blame. I don't really blame Jalen Brunson. I told you Jalen Brunson was not boy here. Play defense.
Right.
I don't even really blame Karl Anthony Towns because I don't even really think Karl Anthony Towns is boy to play defense. I just need effort.
I think he's playing adequate defense, honestly, from an offensive player.
For what I'm expecting. Yeah, for what you're expecting.
He's playing better defense than Randall played. He's playing better defense than Melo played.
Yes.
He's playing good defense.
I agree. I agree. I think that the effort is there, and that's really all you can ask for with offensive players. I hold the onus. I hold the onus on Mikal. I hold the onus on OG, and I hold the onus on Tibbs. I think those are the three. Those are the three. Like you could Tibbs this that, but I think those are the three people that are responsible for the defense. And we'll throw Mitch in there when he gets healthy too. But like those are the three people that you're like, all right, expectations, you play good defense. Even Josh Hart, expectations, you play good defense. What I'm seeing, I think that is not telling the whole story, is that, bro, we are playing way too much drop coverage. And this is a Tibbs staple. So it's not even like I could truly complain because I've seen it work. But also, that was a defense you implement when you don't have two all-NBA defenses on the wing. Why are we still playing drop coverage? Why are we playing drop coverage in 2024?
I agree.
Why are we playing drop coverage? Bro, everybody can shoot now.
I agree.
And I didn't look up the numbers, but I know our three-point defense is, and who knows, to be real, because every time I look up a stat, I'm like, what do you mean that we're good at this? Because what am I looking at?
I hear you. From what my eyes are telling me, we're trash defensively.
Not even defensively, but just on the perimeter.
Against the three. Yeah.
Just on the perimeter, it looks crazy. You play drop coverage. You got Karl Anthony Towns, which is not a plus. He's not a plus defender. You play drop coverage to shield his deficiencies of getting over the screen or being switched on. I'm cool with that. But why is OG Anunoby playing drop coverage? Why is Mikal Bridges playing drop coverage? Like, what are we doing?
The Celtics is number one defending the three. Cavs number 2, defending the 3. Knicks, number 16, defending the 3.
Middle of the pack. That's crazy. We have our defenders, like, it don't make sense. It just don't make sense to me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And I think we got cooked on drop coverage this game specifically because Ben Mathurin hit 8 threes because we kept going under the fucking screen.
Yes.
What are we doing? Yo, why? Why are we doing that? That didn't make no sense to me. Maybe it made sense to you, but it didn't make sense to me. I was like, what are we doing?
No, you make a valid point. I'm quick to defend. I'm quick to defend Tibbs when I see that when I can see there's a reason for it,
bro.
When there's a reason for the madness, I don't get it either. Wait. I mean, okay. How about this stat? 2-point defensive ranking, right?
Yes.
2-point defensive ranking. How we're guarding inside the 3-point line
versus outside.
Number 1 is Cavs. Number 2 is Celtics. I got to keep bringing that up. The Knicks, number 20. The missing of Mitchell Robinson down low or Precious Achua down low is causing us to have to give up to create that give, to try to help out there because we're getting cooked in the paint too.
Yeah.
We know the type of defensive team we are when we on.
Yeah. And
I think cooked everywhere.
I think, and I love Mitch. Yeah, I know I love Mitch. I'm the Mitch. I'm not saying you anti-Mitch, but I'm super pro Mitch. But this is a Mitchell Robinson value play here. Like at $11 million, you are looking at possibly adding a top 10 defensive center into this. And there is a possibility, and I think what I think is a strong possibility that he just unlocks all this shit, like legitimately.
Yes.
Like it's the reason why, and we'll talk about this later. We're looking at like, all right, Hukporty, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you? Are you Mitch Jr.?
We know what we're missing. Yeah. We see what we're missing.
Because they no, let's not kill it. No, we can't do that. We got to wait till we get to that
stop.
game. We got to wait till we get to that game. We got to wait till we get to that game.
I stopped.
Yes.
All right.
So yeah. Long story short on this Pacers game, as y'all know, we're not going to spend a lot of time on November games because it's November. But yeah, Knicks fans, we're not handling expectations well.
Expectations. So, hey, I'm glad you brought that back up. You reminded me of a point that I came up with as you said that. I knew going into that game, maybe like an hour or two going into that game, that the Knicks were the top 3-point shooting team in the league on that day at that point in time. Mm-hmm. And I just felt like, damn, we didn't need to hear that tonight.
And that's exactly what happened.
And we sold. And not handling expectations. That's a locker room thing as well. Yeah. Everybody got to work all of this out right now. And it's hard when, when you've been down such a key position as your starting center in New York. Like,
yeah, I think the Knicks as a whole is just not handling expectations well. I think, and Jalen said it earlier this week too. He said like, bro, I'm not satisfied with what we're doing with 500. We're better than this and shit like that. And that's what you want to hear from your captain and shit like that. But at least that tells me at least the locker room knows that they're not handling expectations well either. So it's like, all right, we got to kind of get this shit going.
Get it together.
Yeah, and that's real. And I'm here for that. That's good shit.
It was a 2-point game with 7 minutes left. We didn't need to lose that game.
Yeah.
Once again, that closing out the fourth continues to be a problem.
Yeah, and it's a problem throughout the week. It's like,
all
right, let's moving on. So the one game we actually smoked the fourth and cooked up in the fourth. We're talking about NBA Cup play. Knicks and Sixers. Knicks cooked the Sixers 111-99. It was a good game, man. It was a good game. Close game throughout three. 78-75 throughout three. And then the Knicks started putting belt to ass. OG Anunoby 24-62. Josh Hart 14, 12, and 10. Shout out my guys. Paul George with 29, 10, and 3. Joel Embiid 13, 3, and 5. Just know I put Joel Embiid in here because, once again, this is a Joel Embiid slander cast. Any chance I get to slander Joel Embiid, I will take it.
Yeah.
That's not
he
to
does
say
not get a pass.
The rookie who had 23 Jared McCain, TikTok star, didn't cook. He cooked up. He did. He was hooping. But
Good.
the story of the game, as we spoke about last Saturday, is called Anthony Towns the best big man in the Eastern Conference. Because what I saw, Mr. Harris, what I saw was belt to fucking ass.
Yeah,
It
we
looked,
were watching the same game then.
It looked great. It looked great,
Yeah.
and it eased a lot of what I saw. Oh man, this was a great game. This was a great game. I like seeing us cook teams I don't like. Like that is so enjoyable to me. Like,
I'd be so happy when the other players be having a good game on the other team and we cook them. I'd be so, who did well out there that night? Good for you, bro. You good shot. Good try. Good
great
try.
job.
Nice. Yeah,
great job. I love it.
Next. Yeah, no, fine.
No, so
Embiid was back.
He was bad. He was bad.
Nothing.
He don't look healthy. This is my cogent analysis, y'all. Embiid don't look healthy. That nigga look like he need about 3 more weeks. Oh, he looked like he needed about 3 more weeks, and he looked out of shape, and he looked like he not really interested in doing shit like this. And y'all extended this man. I wouldn't have extended him. And went and got him Paul George, who's another injury prone individual. Tyrese Maxey, who is the Knicks in 6 pod #1 option on the scouting report. Because we respect Tyrese Maxey over here for sure. He won a game by himself. He sure did.
Yeah.
So we have respect. The Knicks in 5 wasn't Knicks in 4 because of Tyrese Maxey. Legit.
Yeah.
So,
but on the flip side, it's not our plan on how to deal with that is simple. Mikal, go get him.
Yeah, Go get him.
OG, you get George. Mikal, go get him. Yeah.
And to be fair, Paul George did his thing this night.
Yeah, he had a good game.
He had a good game. He was hot early. I wouldn't even say he had a great game. He was hot early. Cooled off after OG was like, all right, chill with all that bullshit. And then got a little hot late. But that wasn't enough because Joel Embiid was an absolute burger. 13, 5, and 3 is not a stat that you do when you play against the best big man in the Eastern Conference named Karl Anthony Towns. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't even know how Joel feel about it. But
Embiid went 2-11.
Yeah.
2-11.
And you know what he fucked up? He fucked up when he tried to goad the crowd and tried to get the crowd into it. And you know what happened after he got the crowd into it? Belt to ass. That was the city of Philly got an ass whooping off the strength of Joel Embiid egging on the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's what happened. Was it not? That's what I saw.
Oh. It's too there's too much energy between both teams. There's too much extra there.
Just chill out.
Just to be what happens on the court.
November.
Don't add all that extra to it.
It's November.
You're not going to get a Karl Anthony Towns lackluster effort. I mean, 21 points. He only had 21. He didn't go crazy, but he had a good game.
No, he was cooking.
He was on him. He was like, yo, you're not ready for this right now. Go sit down. Go sit down. Get off the bread. Hey, go home. Get off the bread.
Get off the fucking bread.
Go home.
That Joel? Off the bread.
But they cat not playing with you.
Off the bread. Get off the bread.
And that is why he's the best big man in the East right now.
Yes.
Because who was the other contender if not Joel Embiid? And we just see what he is right now. Who else is there?
He's food. That's what he is. That's what he is. And I'm not even going to bullshit y'all. I don't even really got to spend more time on this because I know Joel is food. And I know that if Joel not healthy now,
wait till Mitch come back.
If Joel not healthy now, he ain't gonna be healthy this whole season. They got to charge this season to the game. I'm not even gonna hold you. You might as well prepare for 2025. If he ain't healthy now, he's usually healthy now. Then he breaks down. But if he ain't healthy now, he's done. He's done for the year. He's done for the year. Everything he do is gonna be a shell of himself for the rest of the game. Yeah, unless he take a 2-month break to go get healthy, and then he got to play himself back in shape because Joel don't never stay in shape. He'll never stay in shape, so it's over for them. I'm not worried about the 76ers. I'm not worried about the 76ers
two last points on that one. 2 last points on that. One, came back in time for the Knicks.
Hashtag I'll wait for the Knicks game.
I'll wait for the
hashtag I'll wait for the Knicks game.
Wait for the Knicks game.
We're now at 3. We're now at 3.
Stop doing
that. The count is 3.
Okay.
The count is 3.
What's our record with those 3?
Oh, right now we're 2-1.
Okay. Follow that 2 along with how many do that since you're tracking that. Yeah. Add that to it.
No, we're 2-1. We're 2-1. Okay, hashtag I'll wait for the next game. We've got Giannis and Joel. We've got Giannis and Joel. The next one is a little annoying because that's good that you transition that because hashtag I'll wait for the next game. Alum.
Last second one real quick. That sluggishness that you're seeing from Embiid right now, expect to see it from Mitch.
Yes.
Don't lose your mind for 3 weeks.
Yes.
Do your best, New York. We still need that presence. We need him there.
Yes.
Because if we had Mitch, this game, add another 12 points to a 12-point differential to this win.
Yes, indeed.
We super smoked them. All right, now we can go on. Yeah. Back in time for the Knicks.
All right, moving on. Boom. So we moving on. Knicks lose to the Bulls 124-123. This game was heartbreaking. It really wasn't. It's November, but it was annoying. Yeah. It was annoying. Yeah. It was annoying enough to get me a little perturbed about what the fuck I was looking at. Yeah. All right. So once again, hashtag I'll wait for the next game alum. Mr. Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine came in and he cooked. I didn't love the fact that he cooked. He had a good game.
He had a good game. I was like, damn, should we have got Zach LaVine?
No, like, not at his price.
We should have got Zach LaVine. No, we got Cat.
Not a low efficiency, high volume scorer.
That's absolutely true.
So this game put a little bit of annoyance into the hearts of Knicks fans because once again we got the backcourt cooking up, and we have Wingstop. And like I said, we can talk about this more in depth like at a later episode, but it is really a product of the fact that we just don't have no interior presence down there, and everybody can do everything. Everybody had drop covered. It's annoying, but anyway, yes, but yeah, Zach LaVine 31. Big Bodega, man. Listen, ruined the Knicks high 46 for my man Bodega. Yeah, I told you I seen enough.
Oh yeah. If I need to say it again and we're unsure, I don't need to say nothing else.
He was on tilt. He was cooking. I loved every second of this shit except for the last one. It was gross. It was a good game. As you can speak more to, another testament of the Knicks absolutely selling in the fourth quarter. Another testament of the Knicks fourth quarter struggles, which are a thing. They're a thing. Historically and currently. And currently.
So I wanted DeRozan.
24, 8, and 3 from Captain.
We gonna step over that? All right, that's cool. Let's keep going.
Nah, we stepping over that.
The clutch number said what the clutch number said, dog. There was a reason for that argument. But go ahead.
Speaking of clutch, the main story, like we could talk about the bullshit that happened in this game, but the main story was the last 2 possessions in the game. Obviously,
Brunson had a moment. He did that.
Brunson had his moment that he should have had, but we got to talk about the Josh Hart foul, which, in my opinion, just wasn't a foul. It just wasn't a foul. I have 2 problems with this foul. I have 2 problems with this foul being called. That's the big. I think that's the big way I see it. My first issue is the fact that it wasn't a foul. It was a foul. All right, it was a foul. But it wasn't a foul. I was about to say, like, it wasn't a foul.
I'm going to argue the fact that
it was a foul.
It's a foul.
All right, it was a foul. Why you don't call it is for 2 reasons. I'll say it. I think that's the best way I can.
Oh yeah, that's more interesting.
Yeah, it was a foul. Why you don't call it for 2 reasons? Reason number one is obviously end of game situation, and
Mm-hmm.
the fact that the foul was called on the head and not where the actual foul was, which was on the hip, tells me that you shouldn't have called it because it wasn't a foul on the head. That's
Fair.
one.
That's peace. That's
Number
real good.
two.
That was good.
Number two, reason why you don't call this foul is a continuation of that. Not only did you not call the foul on the hip, you also did not call the potential offensive foul when Kobe White kicked his legs out. You gotta, if you're gonna call anything, you gotta call it on the hip or you gotta call the offensive foul. You cannot call it on the head. You can't. You can't, bro. You cannot. You can't call that, bro. You can't, or you just don't call it. Those are your two options, bro.
You are a good fan, bro.
Bro,
You're
those are
good fan.
That's where
You're not wrong.
That's where my beef came. Because like I said, it was a foul. By the letter of the law, it's a foul. You gotta call it on the hip. If it was foul on the hip, damn, bro, you got your hand on his hip. What can I say? Like, I would be annoyed about it, but you got your hand on his hip. But they called foul on the head. He got hair. What was supposed to do with his hair? He got hair.
Yeah.
You penalizing me because I'm hitting hair? So should everybody have long flowing locks now so they can get foul calls on the head? Like, come on now.
I hear you.
And
great point.
And I will give, and like I said, I will never slander Josh Hart. I won't. Because this game was important for several reasons. We were down 20 points. Who spearheaded this comeback was the Josh Hart campaign, Deuce McBride, Carl Anthony Towns, and Mikal Bridges lineup. All five of them are absolved from slander in this game. I'm not even gonna lie. Jalen Brunson was bumping it. He was bumping it.
Ain't that something?
Bro, you can't call that
the perfect campaign game.
You can't the greatest campaign game. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yeah. He took all the bad shots and made them. He took all the bad shots and made them. We wasted.
He's making all the bad shots.
Yeah. That means we're supposed to win by 50. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That means we're supposed to win by 50. But yeah, you can't call that. I'm gonna let you talk about the Jalen Brunson shot that didn't go in. But that's my whole point on the Josh Hart shit. Like, I can't believe they called that bullshit.
The shot that couldn't go any more in than it did, it came out nasty. Brunson,
that's pain. That's real pain.
Bro.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
Bro, first of all, he just hit a clutch shot. He just got us the lead.
Yes.
There's like 6 seconds left in the game. Josh Hart, I'll get on him a little. Might need to ease up a little, or just I don't know. I don't know what it takes to get a Josh Hart right and balanced or whatever. But he shouldn't have been in that position, the position he was in on that last shot by Kobe. He shouldn't have been behind him. He shouldn't have touched him. He shouldn't have touched him again. He shouldn't have let it get that. He's been a Knick long enough to know that the refs will call that. He's been a Knick long enough to know that would happen. He can't see the future and predict that you're going to do that, but he just wasn't in a great position for that. So I put that on him. I'd rather play it to the letter of the law. Let him hit the shot. That's the best we're going to get. Like, he kind of over.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Kobe wasn't cooked. Kobe was 2 for 9 from 3.
Yeah, if he just hits that, you gotta be like, damn, because a lot of stuff. I want to get into this.
He wanted it too much, and sometimes it's like, yo, ease up, young buck, ease up.
Even if you psychoanalyze that play, bro, oh, man, bro, why was Kobe White open, bro? Why was he open, bro? You know why he was open? Do you know why he was open? He was open because Cat is in fucking drop coverage, bro. Why the fuck open? And Josh has to trail. And he's trailing. And he's like, bro. What am I supposed to do?
You're not wrong.
What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. I don't know.
I just came up with that argument before, but we can't. My argument right now to defend Tibbs, as a defender of Tibbs that I am, is that we can't abandon the drop coverage until we get Mitch and
that's
Precious
so
back.
real. I can't even lie to you. It's such a necessary
because
thing.
he's selling in the paint already by trying to help with the drop coverage.
The problem is it's the best defense we can play.
It's the
problem.
And it shouldn't be good enough.
It's so bad though. It's so
we were down 20 plus points. Went on a 17-0 run.
I need Mitch
had
back.
the lead when the last 10. Like, come on, bro.
I need Mitch back, bro. Back.
We just kind of need Mitch back. I'm not killing Josh Hart at all. That'd be stupid. We'll take the loss. Take the loss. That's fine.
All right, move it on. We got to talk about what we spoke about last night. So we got Knicks. Knicks cook up the freaking Nets.
Yes.
124-122 this time. Man, listen, man. Man, listen.
Two clutch games alone. Two clutch games in a row for your boy.
Listen, man. Jalen Brunson is him, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I know it took us a little while to get here. You know, it took us a little longer than we're used to as Jalen Brunson enthusiasts. You know, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of think we here. I saw a lot of things yesterday where I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I know that, Brunson. So Jalen Brunson, our captain, my captain, 37-3-7. Mikal, 22, 5 and 4. Shout out Mikal Bridges. Yo, we gonna talk about the final play, but man, was that a Villanova connection or not?
Yeah.
Was that a Villanova connection or not?
That was good stuff. So
obviously the cams for the Nets cooked up. Cam Thomas, who I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I might be a little fan of Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas, I like him. He don't play no defense. He don't play no. He has not here to play defense, and he don't care about it. He's not even here to pass. He's not even here to rebound. He's here for chips.
He's like, yo, he's trying to get the next contract. He out here.
And he played well. Cam Johnson obviously played well. I want to talk about
fantasy star yesterday.
Yeah, I want to talk about 3 things in this game. First thing, shout out Mikal Bridges. When we heard that Cat was out this game and Deuce was out this game, I put it in the chat, yo. Is this the Mikal 40 burger game that I'm predetermined?
You did say that.
Yes. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. About 14 game minutes into this game, I was like, wait, am I a prophet? Because he was cooking.
No, he absolutely was, though.
He was cooking.
I mean, the best start in any game so far. It felt like he.
What I love from
special. We had a special performance from everybody.
What I love from this game specifically is I looked up the stats one time and I saw Jalen Brunson 14 points, Mikal Bridges 14 points, OG Anunoby 14 points, and I was like, oh yeah, this is good stuff.
Oh yeah,
this is the stuff that I like. You know, I love a dominating performance from Bodega all the time, but I also really like balanced scoring. Balanced scoring tells me that everybody's is engaged and looking good. OG Anunoby, that's the second thing I want to talk about. Man, listen, like I said, all week, forcing himself into third option conversations. He said, I make enough money, I'm going to do it. It looks way too easy for OG Anunoby out there in the paint. I was told that he is using the Julius Randle animation package.
Yes.
And I'm not mad at it. It looks, I won't say it looks better. It looks good. It looks good on OG, where he's just like, wait a minute, I'm kind of ock.
Yeah. It reminds you every time, like, yo, I'm strong as shit.
And I ain't even gonna lie, I was not privy to how ock OG was. I was like, wait a minute, he's just moving people now. Like, he's going to the rack, he's moving you.
Yes.
Like that's good stuff.
You know Tibbs made him sit down and watch Randall tapes.
Yeah, he said, we could get this from you, right?
You can do that.
Yeah, that's you. It's basically you.
Yeah. Don't look at the defense. So look, see the rebound? Yeah, go get that.
Go get that.
Yeah. He's getting boards. He had 8 boards yesterday.
Yeah, loved it. We spoke about that 2 weeks ago. How everybody got to get back on the rebounds because we get killed on these offensive. We get killed on these rebounds. So I like that. And the third thing, which men, listen, they call him. What do they call him? Him Porty.
Yes.
Sean, what are we looking at?
Nobody knows.
What are we looking at?
Nobody knows, and anyone suggests otherwise is a liar.
Is a liar, right?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows or understands what this him Porty. See? Yo.
Ariel, Huck Porty.
Huck.
4 blocks, 4 dimes, 7 points, 30 minutes of play.
30 minutes. If I'm getting 30 minutes with Tibbs as a late second round pick, as 3 picks behind Bronny, 3 picks behind Bronny getting 30 minutes. Insane. Is the argument that Bronny haters have, for one.
It's the argument that I don't need to see Huck Porty in the G League at all. Until Mitch or Precious comes back. Until Mitch or Precious come back, he does not go to the G League. He does not. I refuse. I will fight Tibbs. Legit. Don't do this to me.
Dog, I would trade Sims before sending Huck Porty to the G League. I don't need Sims minutes. And Sims minutes, apparently, are not as bad as we made it out to be. I still don't need
We'll talk about that later, too.
Come on, man. You maybe talk about that one later.
No, listen. Huck Porty, he was the story of the game. He was a story in this game. And I think he was a very important story in this game. 30 minutes is not Tibbsian for a rookie at all. Like, never.
Once again, for the people, tell them, how many blocks?
4 blocks, 4 assists. 4 blocks, 4 assists. 7 points. I don't even know how many rebounds he got. I'm just not over the fact that there was
3
4
assists,
blocks.
4 rebounds.
4 rebounds. So we looking at a 7-4-3-4 game?
Yeah.
From the 58th overall pick? What are we looking at, guys? What are we seeing?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
All it is saying is that we need to see more. That's all.
I actually need a 5 to 10 game sample size. I actually need a 5 to 10 game sample size.
Yeah, man.
And that's my argument for Tom Thibodeau. I think me and you both need to see this for 10 games. Because Tibbs don't act off one game. That's not how he do.
No, he might not touch the score for more than 4 minutes tomorrow.
We knew Deuce was him for 2 years, and he said he was sitting him for 40 games. Like, we knew this.
Yeah.
Like, this is not
we knew this.
This is not something that is unbeknownst to Tibbs. I need Tibbs.
Right.
I think if there was ever a time for Tibbs to get some Huck Porty information,
it gotta be now.
At the expense of Jericho Sims, I think this is the time. I think
he took full advantage of it. Yeah. Shout out to Tibbs for taking full advantage of the fact, like, Cat is out. I need the information. It's more important for me to know. I need the information.
And I wouldn't even be bad.
I need the information.
Let's be clear. I wouldn't even be bad if Tibbs was using Huck Porty as kind of like his Mitchell Robinson, what does this look like in February kind of view? Like, what does this look like if we need to sit Cat for a couple games? Like, I'm not bad at this at all. I won't lie to you.
That has to be first of all, that used to be the role for an NBA rookie. Because once upon a time, NBA rookies didn't just start automatically.
Yeah.
You worked your way up from the bench to the starting spot. So you was always a fallback in case things went wrong.
Yeah.
And that's perfect position for Huck Porty. Right? What is that game? See, 30, 4 blocks is an amazing game. Him
by
getting
itself.
7 points, 3 for 5 shooting.
By itself.
We've been dealing with from the center is amazing.
0 points with 4 blocks is an amazing game. For anybody. I don't care.
That's like, you do that every game, so I'm fine. But it's not like we can say we need more time. We can say we need more time. We can't say he needed more minutes because he had a full 30 minutes to show us what he could do in 30.
And he got it.
And his 30 minutes, the 4 rebounds hurt me. The 4 rebounds, I'm really judging hard off of the 4 rebounds. I'm probably over-judging that because he got 4 blocks.
That's the Mitch difference right there. That's the Mitch difference right there.
We was a top rebounding team, and we saw what the second chance options.
The Mitch difference is 7 points, 14 rebounds, 30
Yes,
assists,
in
4
30
blocks.
minutes.
And I'm being serious. That's the type of
very
shit Mitch be
serious
doing.
stat.
That's the type of shit Mitch be doing.
Mitch will have 4 points, 6 points, 2 points, 12 points, whatever. And he'll have 8, 10, 12, 18, 22 rebounds.
Calm. He taking
Like,
all them shits
and
out
2
there.
blocks. For sure, 2 blocks. I want to say 3. I want to say 4. So
this is a good game.
Whoever you had saying trade Mitch for Hukporty,
chill out.
No.
Chill out. Yeah. He's literally year 1 Mitch. We don't need year 1 Mitch. We need year 5 Mitch. We need year 6 Mitch.
There's arguments. I could probably argue that year 1 Mitch was prime Mitch.
No, there's a legit. He was just a foul. He was always in foul.
Fouling was the only issue. Yeah, the foul trouble was the only issue.
But he was out here setting everything to the stands.
There's not really bad Mitch minutes. There's just bad Mitch injuries.
Yep, legitimately.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it. I've rarely seen a game where I didn't like Mitchell Robinson to having an impact on the game. Very rarely. We want him to do more offensively, but in terms of defensively, especially for what he could do for this team, like I need Mitch back immediately.
We need to see these things. We need to see that together. We need to see where Hukporty fits. We need to see more Daddy A when we're injured.
Yeah.
We need more size, and if we need more size and we need buckets, I would rather see Daddy A than Matt Ryan, who got a DNP yesterday. Thank you, Coach.
Tips. Thank you, Tips. Thank you
very much. That was the right call.
And I like what I saw from the Rook. Rook was out there cooking. He wasn't cooking, but he was out there working. He was working hard.
Maybe he wasn't cooking, but listen to his stats. 1-for-1 shooting. It was a 3-pointer.
Three-pointer. Look good, too.
4 rebounds.
Look good.
Mm-hmm. Same as Hukporty.
Yep.
5 points. He had his free throw shots when he went to it. 12 minutes.
You like that? 12 is fine. 12 is good.
12 minutes.
I like
Are you telling
that.
me that you would have been good for 10 for 8 with 24 minutes? I would have loved that. 10 points, 8 rebounds in 24 minutes. I would
That's a
love
good 12.
that level of production.
You can't even lie.
That's a good 12.
That's a good 12. That's a good 12. I can't fight that.
And it passed the eye test.
Yeah.
Like, he only took 1 shot that we saw there. Fine. So then why did he look good offensively for what we saw out there on the court? Why did he seem to fit?
He was in the mix. He was in the mix.
Yeah.
And
that's how you get 4 boards by being in the mix.
One other point for both Pacome and Hukporty, there's a conversation that Jalen Brunson passed them the ball. Like he gave them the ball because they wanted to shoot. And that is something that Jericho Sims, unfortunately, was not trying to do. Like, he was just not trying to do that.
That's a fact.
But anyway.
That's a fact. Yeah, he had bad hands. He wanted to. He just has bad hands, and he gets nervous.
What can you do? What can you do?
Listen, I got to defend Sims in a few minutes, all right? So please.
Yes, indeed. All right, before you defend Sims, let's get into Knicks hits. Knicks hits. All right, news and topics. All right, so we got 3 good ones for y'all this week. The first one I got to talk about, I'm not going to lie to you, it's been on my soul.
All right.
It's this foul discrepancy. Like, this foul discrepancy is literally the bane of my existence. It's the bane of my existence, bro. I can't get over how disgusted it is to deal with the fact that there are, like, we're seeing an age in which, like, no one is getting calls. And I think this is league-wide, too. I don't know if this is, like, a thing that's happening for other teams.
It has to be.
Because does it not feel like you're being targeted? Because that's kind of how it feels like to me. It kind of feels like I'm being targeted, right? It feels like I'm looking at this because the reality of the situation, and Tibbs as well, Tibbs said he sees it, he don't like it. But the reality of this situation is that the Knicks are 27th in the NBA with 19 free throw attempts. Let's call it even 20 free throw attempts a game. Jalen Brunson in himself is 6 free throws attempts a game, and he's 12th in the NBA.
That's crazy.
Don't understand how that's a thing, because you're telling me that Jalen Brunson is going to the line 3 times. This is Jalen Brunson ISO scorer, so that automatically gets you. I'm just quantifying this off things that make sense to me. You're an ISO 101 scorer. You should at least get 6 free throws a game. Let's call it that.
That's the floor.
That's the floor. That's the floor. Because you're gonna create enough contact to get hit at least 3 times while you throw the ball. I just believe that. I just believe that. That's one. You're telling me that you're the primary initiator of the offense. That tells me that at the very least there are going to be people that are going to be putting their hands on you consistently.
Yes, you always have the ball. Yes,
you're going to be people putting their hands on you consistently. So you're telling me, I think at the very least you got to be talking about at the very least 8 to 10 free throw attempts per game for Jalen Brunson. That's just how I see it.
Yes,
that's just how I see it. So if you're telling me that there's Anthony Davis, who's number 1 in the NBA with 12 free throw attempts per game, and big men get, and there'll be a counter argument there that big men get more free throw attempts because they're just big. We can talk about Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns is 20th in the NBA with 4 free throw attempts a game, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Every time I see Karl Anthony Towns drive the basketball, I feel like they are putting hands and feet on him. I feel like they are kicking him and screaming at him. Like every single chance they get to put hands on Karl Anthony Towns, they are putting hands on Karl Anthony Towns.
Facts.
So for him to be 20th in the NBA, and Anthony Davis is number 1 in the NBA, and that's not saying that Anthony Davis don't get hands and feet put on him too, but at the very least, like even Anthony Davis at 12 free throw attempts a game is probably like the baseline for big men at the very least. Am I bugging there? How many times do you get hit as a big man?
All day. You are in the post. You are backing down. You are getting boards. It's not butt contact. That's the scrimmage. That's the line of scrimmage right there. That's the trenches. That's the trenches.
Yeah.
Not butt contact. It has to be everybody. What we need to see is how many free throw attempts. I'm gonna pull up the numbers while you're talking because Jalen Brunson being 12th in the NBA is just like, dog. I remember James Harden, who by the way is 5th in the NBA this year in free throw attempts. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, how is this? Jalen Brunson is not getting the calls he's supposed to be getting, yet he is top 12. Everybody has to be. It has to be a league mandate. No.
It's what it sounds like. I remember,
but
we remember when Silva put the mandate on in February that he wanted them to chill out on calling the fouls and shit like that. And I'm not even saying
I ain't never seen it look like this. And
I think what Tim said yesterday, like when he said I see it and I don't like it. He's also talking about the fact he's like, yo, I don't give a shit how you call it. You call it tight, you can call it loose. But if you're going to call it, just keep it consistent for both teams. The shit that happened with OG Anunoby yesterday was some bullshit. We saw 3 straight calls where he was literally he ran into Finney Smith. They called a double tackle on him and the foul on him. And then they challenged twice and they got both the challenges successful on OG Anunoby. Like, bro. At some point in time, okay, cool, you're going to call it like that, but why is Jalen Brunson, every time he drive down on the court, get slapped in the grill? Why is he getting slapped in the grill? These are the questions that I have. Why is he getting slapped in the grill? Why is Josh Hart bleeding and you're not getting a fucking foul?
Yes.
What are we looking at here? Call it the same way, bro. Y'all got me tight. I'm super tight about this. Like, this is something this is like my biggest pet peeve of the season so far when it comes to anything. Like, the foul discrepancy is crazy. Like 5. Like, let's be clear. It was 5 free throw attempts a game for Jalen Brunson when I first brought this up to you. We have now somehow gotten to 6, which is a thing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, how many times are we gonna get smacked in the grill? How many times are we gonna get hit? This at a third. Where I understand we want to legislate like soft fouls out the game. All right, cool. But why am I getting hit for love taps? Why are you calling a fucking head foul when I'm hitting you on the hip? Like, what's going on here? Like, come on, bro. Come on. This is silly. This is silliness.
Yo, Anthony Davis with 11 and Jalen Brunson with 6.5.
Come on now. What are we doing now?
Giannis with 11, Tatum with 9. Yeah, I'm tired.
Is that not annoying? It feels annoying,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It feels annoying,
Lillard,
doesn't it?
SGA, James Harden with 7.
Yeah.
Butler, Jokic, Luka 7. Trey 7. Brunson 6.5. Okay.
And I say
Okay.
that to say we talk about that.
Apparently this is it for the league, but it's not. We just it's not. Eye test is
What does the eye test
This is
tell
like
you?
sim stats. This is like sim stats.
What
It's
does the eye test
messing with me
tell
right
you?
now. I can't because it doesn't sound logical or whatever. In my mind, I'm like Jalen Brunson should be leading. See, I don't want to sound like a fan, but I'm a fan. But why is that a bad thing? But I'm not. It's not biased, dog. Jalen Brunson be getting his ass kicked every game. Every game. We be getting, our ops be getting the easiest ticky-tack foul calls in their favor all the time. All the time. Like, I don't know. You messed me up right now. I'm looking at the stats right now after yesterday's game. He's number 11 right now after yesterday's game. Dog. I don't care what these numbers say. He is missing 3, 4 foul calls every game. That's another 8 attempts.
That's tough.
Every game. So am I wrong for saying Jalen Brunson? See, this is my problem here. This is why I'm bugging out right now. Am I wrong for saying that Jalen Brunson should be averaging then 6.5 plus 8, 14.5 free throws a game? I say yes, but am I bugging by that? Because the league leader is 11. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Give me a whistle.
I was told he was a grifter.
Give me a whistle.
I was told he was a grifter. That's what I was
James
told.
Harden is a Hall of Fame grifter.
You know?
And he got 5 right now. The rules didn't affect him enough for him to not to be top 6 in it. Oh,
is it a lack of respect? Who knows? Anyway, moving on. All right, y'all.
That's such an annoying stat.
This is something we at Knicks and Six have this is something that we at Knicks and Six have discovered as what do we call these underground stats or something like this? But there is a conversation out here.
Oh, shut up! Oh, after the Porty game. Oh, you're so annoying. Oh.
Jericho Sims. All right. So
Jericho Sims.
So I was told by my co-host, right? I was told by my co-host, because y'all know me. I'm 10 toes down on my Sims hate. I don't want to see him play basketball ever. And he said, yo. Ham, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I think you being a little tough on Sims. Like, somebody fed him some information like, yo, Sims plus minus is kind of nuts on the year. Like we said, we talking eye test though, right? Like, this is an eye test pod. We're not statisticians. We're not analysts. We're not play-by-play announcers. We're fans. We're fans that do a podcast. So mostly we'll do our research, to make our point. But we depend on the eye test even. Like, I might live and die by the eye test. When I go into a gym and I'm like, is he good? Right. He looks kind of good. I don't really go into the stats.
Ain't nobody giving you the numbers on what that guy was doing today in the gym.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Is he good?
True.
Is he not good? And on my eye test for the past 2 years, I have said Jericho Sims is not a feasible basketball player, in my opinion. Love him. Yeah. Love that we raised him up, to be this non-feasible basketball player, but he does not contribute to a winning team. I've said this on multiple occasions. Y'all can go back, check the tape. But what the stats say, Sean.
Shut up. Yo, shut up. Because you making it seem like the stats say that I said that.
I'm not saying you said it.
I'm not
saying you said it.
Listen, listen to you over there.
I'm just telling you what the stats say.
Man.
I'm just telling you what I was told. I'm just telling you what I was told.
I was
told that
oh,
Jericho Sims was at the time a plus 24. now a plus 14 on the season. A plus 14 on the season. Here we are.
Yeah.
That would tell you would want your
This was a stat. This was the stat.
Give it to us. Give it to us. Give it to us.
You're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me. All right. The stat was I was listening to one of the many shows, whatever. I listened to a ton of Nick content throughout the week. And one of the stats came up from a highly respectable one. Like I don't even question it when they say it. That's how respectable it is. And it was like Jericho Sims on the season, on the court numbers, the team is plus 22.6. And that was after he got a +1 for the other game, whatever. Off the court, they were a -10. So everybody relax. Jericho Sims is getting killed for being completely average. And I took that and I was like, really? Because he looks like he sucks. He looks bad out there. Are you sure? But yeah, his plus minus on the court is saying that he is contributing to positive basketball impact. I don't know how when it feels like he's a nobody offensively. Even when he's running to the rim, ain't nobody throwing it up there. Ain't nobody throwing it up there to him when he's running to the rim because nobody trusts his hands. And I know it sounds like we get a couple of key phrases and things that we pick on and we're like, oh yeah, his hands or, just random little things that we keep beating down over and over and over like, oh, so we sound like we're knowledgeable and stuff out there, just in the basketball verse. But he does have really bad hands. Worse than Mitch.
Yeah.
and he seemed to be worse than Nerlens Noel's.
Yeah.
Like
legendary bad hands.
And those were bad hands. And we loved Nerlens Noel's.
We did.
Because he was still effective on the court. And we didn't need numbers to tell us that. We saw that. We saw he had bad hands. We still saw the impact. And maybe because we're block heavy or we're block driven, if you get enough blocks, then we like you. Maybe we put too much emphasis on that because a block is still one possession. Maybe not even that, because there's nothing saying that the block is definitely your possession after you get the block. You kind of swatted it out of bounds and it's their ball again, where they can hit a three. So maybe we judge all of this stuff wrong. I'm just saying, apparently, Sims is not trash. And maybe there's something he just looks so G League, no?
Yes.
He just everything about his game just looks so G League. And Porty looks like he could work his way. He looks like working your way out to G League.
Yeah.
And Porty looks and Sims looks G League. Maybe once again, I wish there was a world where he didn't do the dunk contest. Because
you've said this multiple times. Yep.
I really feel like it negatively impacted the rest of his basketball career. He should have stayed the project just that Tibbs was working on, that maybe we got another cheap Mitchell Robinson on the low, because he ain't scoring nothing offensively. So his impact to be team leading plus minus has to be defensively.
Yeah.
And it's not because he's crushing it with blocks, and he's not getting a ton of boards. So it's just being a mess out there on the court.
Yeah. It's
just the impact of just your presence there and looking like you can do or will do something. He's an in between the numbers guy, maybe. I don't know. We just wish we could see some of the. We're not even getting dunk contest dunks for him. We're not even getting throwdowns. We're not getting nothing from Sims. We get a couple of strong putbacks, maybe. We might get one or two. But
not looking at the rim. He's not looking at the rim. It's as simple as that.
He's not trying offensively. He don't got no offensive courage.
Yeah. It's tough.
Like,
it's tough because the reality of the situation is that he has to try. I think we spoke about this very, very early in the season. I said, Jericho Sims got to get that quarter three going or something. Just you got to do it. Like, you got to try it, bro. Like, you are literally rendering yourself useless. It's disgusting. I don't care.
I gotta ask you this because I didn't see the stat, and you gave me the stat just now. Team leading plus minus.
I think he's team leading plus minus plus 14.
That's annoying.
Plus 14.
Isn't it?
It's disgusting.
Because now I feel like I'm now understanding how people felt about Frank Ntilikina. My eye test told me Frank was good. My eye test told me that he could have done something if we played things differently. Yeah. Like if
and I love
Sims
Frank.
never did
Frank
the dunk contest, I love Frank. I don't care what y'all say. If you got a problem with that, don't turn me off. Just chat me. Just send me send us something, and we can talk about it. I can make my case.
You know, everybody hates Frank, but
we Frank Hive over here. We hate. Frank with a spider would have been fire. Yeah. Okay, like I want to hear.
It was a Phil Jackson point guard. He was always meant to play the Derek Fisher role.
They never gave him the Derek Fisher role. They never gave him the reins to do it. They wouldn't have got Derek Fisher to. All right, yeah. Anyway, we're talking Frank here now because we're talking Sims, and it's kind of one and the same right now.
Yes, indeed. All right, so moving on,
which doesn't bode well for him. But keep it up. You're apparently doing well. Doing better than the layman eye can see. So shout out to you, Sims. Get a ring. I want you to get a ring. I want you to get a ring this season, right here in New York. So I mean, I don't hate you.
And then go play for the Pistons. But yeah. All right, moving on. Our final topic of the week. We'll be talking about, and this is a you special.
Yeah.
I don't like talking like this.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like talking like this at all.
This is basically my Knicks for clicks.
Yes.
But I felt like this is my Knicks for clicks.
Yeah, so evaluating Jalen Brunson, right? So there's a world, not in my world. I don't know. There's in other people's world, where they are trying to put a numerical value on Jalen Brunson because, as you know, Knicks Twitter is not a real place, and it is a place that overreacts to everything. So obviously, Jalen Brunson is on a 4-year, $156 million extension. He's making $25 million this year, and he is averaging, like I said earlier, 25, 6, and 3, which most of us who live by the eye test quota would consider a pretty bad year from Jalen Brunson, and he's averaging 25 points. So, my question is, I'm gonna give you the floor here because I know you're gonna ask me like, what would it take for me? And I told you yesterday. I told you yesterday, 41st. I want to be able to draft LeBron James III. I want to be able to draft Kyan Anthony Jr. I want to be able to draft,
41st round picks. I hear you.
And that's just obviously that's not realistic, but that's just the level of oh captain, my captain I'm on. But give us the floor. Tell us what led you to this.
Because Jalen Brunson was having what we would call a pretty slow start to the season, and Knicks fans are not handling expectations well. That we have got to the point where people are like, what can we get for Jalen Brunson? That was a topic of conversation.
Hate those people, by the way. Hate them.
You got to. You got to. You have to. But I thought it would be worthy of conversation just so that we can gain perspective.
Indeed. That's what with nothing if not perspective people.
Yeah, it matters. What happens at the time, in the moment, in the here and now, hindsight, forget hindsight.
Yes.
It matters.
Keep things in perspective. This is how we're able to stay even keeled in November.
Right. So I'm gonna throw names at you, and you just tell me would you do it?
Okay.
Kyrie.
No.
No. Fred VanVleet.
No.
Okay. Anthony Edwards.
No.
It got interesting there, though.
It's a little interesting. It's interesting in a sense like this, right? I think that there's and I like this. I like this as a seg. But
you see, that's what
I like it as a seg. I'm not gonna lie. I like it as a seg. But I think there's a counterpoint here. Like there's a lot of people on this list you're gonna name that I'm gonna say no because I don't think they're better than Jalen Brunson, and there's a lot of people on this list you're gonna name that I'm gonna say no because I think I would prefer them with Jalen Brunson. So it's like,
Okay,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you.
if you can find,
But we can't. But we can't. All right, but let me narrow it for you then,
and for
because
this
we
team,
can't get them next. We can't get them next to Jalen. So get that out of your head.
all right, then
And
and I love Ant-Man.
world,
I love Ant-Man.
in no world are they standing next to Jalen Brunson.
I love Ant-Man. No.
Okay.
No, I love Ant. I love Ant. I really do.
That was an argument yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Ant is good. Like, Ant is super tough. Like, I love Ant, but no.
I hear you. And I stood with you on that one. No. Okay, next one. This I thought was a good one. Honestly, I think this is the best argument. SGA.
So I would say no, but I would only say no because I think they're basically the same person. and I say that with all due respect to both of them. And I'm not even saying that in the sense that like they're the same player. I think they're the same person. Like, I think you're getting the same level of impact from both of them. In the sense that SGA is going to be, obviously, he's going to impact you on the defensive end as well as the offensive end. But also there's things that you take away from SGA is that SGA is going to have the ball in his hand all the time. All the time.
And we got too many other pieces.
And while people may think that Jalen Brunson's going to have his ball in his hand all the time, we have already shut that shit down 4 games in. And we was like, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. It doesn't work. So it's not going to work. It's not going to work. If SGA came in here and he was shooting 30 shots a game and we was the same record, we would be looking at this like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, legitimately. Same way we looking at Jalen. Like, all right, bro. You got to stop ODing. You got a 6. It's the same. And I think this is a conversation that SGA was going to have with himself this year before Chet, you betcha, got hurt. It's like, my brother in Christ, you're good. But that nigga is 7'2".
Yeah.
That is 7'2", and I just see him put pure pain on Nikola Jokic. There's a conversation to be had there. You get what I'm saying? So yeah,
I agree.
So yeah, SGA, I would only say no because I think you would have the exact same issue. There would be and if SGA was here and looking off Karl Anthony Towns, I would want to fight SGA legitimately.
Right.
And that's not even saying that Karl Anthony Towns is better than him. It's just the dynamic of what we need to play. It's the dynamic of how we need to play. And you don't even got the level of sweat equity built up with me that Jalen Brunson has for me to be all right, bro, I'm gonna let you figure this shit out. You come over here and start chucking Karl Anthony Towns, I'm gonna be like, yo, you might get the fuck out of here.
Like, I've had enough of you, buddy.
And that's just the reality of the situation.
All right. Donovan Mitchell.
No.
Get your slander. Okay, boom.
Once
I just
again,
wanted to give you
there we go.
to say no to that.
And this is the Donovan Mitchell slander cast. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
They're number 1 in the East. They're number 1 offensively. They're number 1 defensively. They blah 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 and blah 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 blah.
Fluke.
I hear you. I agree.
Fluke.
That's just chemistry.
That's a fluke. That's some fluke shit. I'll be the number 1 Cavs hater. But yeah,
LaMelo, a healthy LaMelo, a healthy Ja. Does that tickle?
No. Jalen Brunson is, in my opinion, the second or third best point guard in basketball. Yeah. Not counting Gilgeous-Alexander and maybe Kyrie, but unless Luka. See, there we go. That's the one I was waiting for. I was really waiting for you to put Luka out there. See, Luka is a little different. Like, it's another person that I would fight with Jalen Brunson because we've seen it. It works. It works. And this version of Jalen Brunson, I think, would defer to Luka because he understands that Luka is him. Luka is tough. You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like if it's Luka, you have to kind of just reshape the entire team around Luka. Like, and does that work with like? Luka probably the only person I could see justifying looking off a big man, like in the league, legitimately. Because you know why? He's 6 fucking 10. Playing point guard. He can do what he wants. Ben Simmons, if Ben Simmons wasn't some mid and could shoot.
And Ben Simmons was actually a good professional basketball player.
I would say Luka would be my closest yes. I'll tell you that. Luka would be my closest yes because, man, Luka is good, man.
Luka magic. Luka's magical.
Luka is good.
he defies reasoning and reality.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
don't
like
make sense.
the gods are on
His
his
game
side.
don't really make sense to me, and I would
don't.
like that. I would like that.
Yeah.
But
All right, so now I ask you this, because we don't got to deep dive into it too much on all these other players. It was just a point of, is Jalen Brunson not the best point guard we had in the last let's say your lifetime?
in my lifetime, absolutely.
Okay, so he's the best point guard you had.
There's no one better. I've seen
He's the best in my
Marbury.
lifetime.
I've seen Marbury. I've seen Ray Felton. I've seen everybody. Everybody I've seen in my lifetime. He's way better than all of them. And I'm way better. I'm not even bullshitting you.
And it's not close. It's not close. What would you say was our? I don't even want to play that game. That's too much. All right, boom. So best point guard we had, and we just went through the list of the best point guards, best guards
in the league. I tell you
that we're not old. I didn't say Steph Curry because that wouldn't make no sense.
I'm not getting. I don't need Steph now. I'm not.
And I didn't say Tyler Hero because we already know what that is.
No.
Trae Young.
Rayford, really? Let's be real. Let's be real. That's like Jalen Brunson with terrible shot selection. That's the reason why they can't get out the fucking playing, because Jalen Brunson with terrible shot selection, aka Rayford Young. No.
LaMelo and Trae Young were mentioned because those were players that we were supposed to throw everything in the kitchen sink in to go trade for, apparently, from like the experts. So that's
LaMelo. LaMelo is Gilgeous Alexander with poor shot selection.
Fair.
He's good though. I like LaMelo. But he don't contribute to winning basketball, and I think that's an important factor that we would have to.
And Brunson had two clutch shots in a row in the last 2 games.
Yeah, easy.
Like no, final question, because you're a Knicks fan and I'm a Knicks fan, and we basically shut down everybody in the league as an option not named Luka, because he was magical. Mm-hmm. Okay, so are we being too much of a fan here? What would the non-Knicks fans say to some of the offers I said?
I think
do you think this is a general NBA consensus that there's nobody better suited for the Knicks or a better player they could possibly get in that position?
I think Jalen Brunson is the best suited point guard for the Knicks. Like, I just do. And this is just being non-biased. I think, first of all, you have to put into the fact that not everybody's built for New York. That's first and foremost. Right. And I think a lot of the point guards you name, you can name De'Aaron, you can name Ja. Definitely. No way.
No way.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of factors that go into it. Like, Kyrie, obviously, no. Like, he's already tried it with the B team, and he couldn't handle it there. You get what I'm saying? Like, Luka, maybe. You get and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not even saying yes to Luka. I'm saying more so like maybe, like, talent-wise, yes, but that's just half the battle. You got to deal with us. Like, and dealing with us is not for the meek and mild, nigga. Like, it's not for the meek and mild. We are irrational by nature, nature. So, as the Knicks point guard, are you going to be able to temper those expectations? Are you even be able to come out here and be like, "Yo, I'm fucking up," because that's what Jalen Brunson does. That's what he does.
Right.
Yo, you got to go into the depths of Knicks Twitter to kind of find this conversation. I'm glad we brought this up too, because like I want them to tag on to this, because I'm letting y'all know y'all fucking insane. But you got to go into the depths of it to find this level of Knicks content.
Yeah. I was down a rabbit hole for sure.
Yeah, and that's real. And that's real. I've been down those. I've heard some crazy things. Our OG argument from 2 weeks ago was a rabbit hole. Was a rabbit hole find. I ain't even had to respond to him. I was just annoyed at the fact that he said it.
Right.
I was just annoyed at the fact.
I didn't respond to anybody. I just read everybody's comments and I was just like, oh God, no. Oh God, no. You people.
Yeah.
Most of them said no, he's untradeable.
Yes. And
I just wanted to see if that was
us
reasonable. A reasonable thought. Would a Pistons or a Bulls fan say, no, the Bulls shouldn't trade Jalen Brunson for Ja,
Yeah,
or should have traded
Casual.
for.
it's casual argument. It's a casual
Will the
argument.
casual fan agree with us?
Yes. Will the casual fan agree with us? No, but fuck
No.
them.
I was curious about that.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. It's time for the previews. It's time. We're gonna start off double header. I mean double back, man. Double back. Start off with Nets versus Knicks. They're coming back to the Garden. Knicks 5-0 in the previous
no
five
cup
matchups.
game, no pretty floor.
Maybe we get Cat back. I got the previous matchup, but there that's us cooking them.
do you want Cat back?
So this is a good conversation. I am like low key, the lowest of keys.
I agree.
Would like to send him until Phoenix.
I agree.
The lowest of keys. I would love to send him until Phoenix, and that's just me being real with you. Knee contusion, I don't really want to deal with that. We should be able to beat the Nets. We should be able to beat the next team, and we should be going to to Phoenix on our 5-game road trip relatively healthy. But yeah, going into this game, like I said, I think if we do a little bit more of the same and a little less of what the fourth quarter was looking like, this should be relatively simple. Because I don't think that the Nets are a good team. I don't think they are at all. I watched Ben Simmons absolutely smoke a layup that was given to him wide open. Yeah. I saw Dennis Schroeder go like 3 for 55 yesterday. Like, it was crazy. Cam Thomas, he cooked up.
I'm happy Dennis Schroeder's getting a check, bro. That's all I feel about when you see Dennis Schroeder playing. Like, yo, get that money, bro.
Yeah, you gotta get that money back. You got a lot of get back to get, my brother. You got a lot of get back to get, my brother, for believing in yourself. I just want you to get as much money as you possibly can, King.
So, all right, yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, so I think this is a win. I know this is a win. And like you said, we haven't dealt with expectations well either, because we have predicted a 12-0 start to the season.
Yeah.
and we're 50% on that. 50% on that. So I don't think this is the game we lose.
It's like a Halliburton matchup. I'll take it. It could be worse.
Yeah. I don't think this is the game we lose. But yeah, I think that I have nothing to say about this. I think a lot of this was covered yesterday. I don't love the fact that we play home and homes or double home games against people. It's a little weird to me because it's not series setup, especially against the Nets. Like, who cares about the Nets?
Right.
But
definitely feel like, well, this is gonna be an early game. This is probably a matinee or something.
Yeah.
Like,
it's probably like 1 o'clock. Probably like a 3 o'clock, maybe.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. Oh no, 7.
7 o'clock? Why?
Yeah. Everything about that is strange.
Why?
All right.
Yeah.
The Brooklyn Nets, I feel like we said we needed to see more of Huck Porty. This is how we get to see more of Huck Porty.
Yeah.
We need to see Huck Porty.
Let's get some more information.
We need to see Daddy A. We need to see Kolick. We need to see Matt Ryan. Dog.
Let's get some more information. Your man Tibbs played Huck Porty
we could, honestly, if Tibbs wasn't our coach, then I would have sat Brunson too.
Yeah.
Like, if Tibbs wasn't our coach, I'm either saying Brunson or Hart one game.
We're on the same page.
And like, yo, guys, go work it out.
We need to get ready for the road trip. I think the road trip is more important than these 2 games, in my opinion.
Yo, we got so much time. Like,
but we employ Tom Thibodeau as a coach. We employ him.
Yeah, and every game is a must-win game with Tibbs, and I respect it, and therefore I'm gonna take it. Yeah. So,
all right, moving on. So we'll get into the next game. We got Knicks versus Wizards. Number 2 overall pick, Alexander Saw, will be playing.
Okay.
Are the Wizards good? I don't feel like they're good, but I also feel like they be winning a little bit.
Are the Wizards good? I want to say no.
Are they? That might be a right assumption.
If they suck enough, they get draft picks back, I'm sure. Like I feel like that's just their destiny for the next several years. Let me see, and it's loading, and they're 2 for 9. No, they're absolute trash.
No, terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
So this should be the Jalen Brunson rest game. I wouldn't even be mad if Cat came back this game and we rested Jalen this game. You get what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
cool with that as long as we rest an OG too.
hey,
There's certain players
bro,
that we have
everybody's getting
health
40
concerns.
minutes. Everybody's getting 40 minutes. Why? Still, it's November.
Yeah.
It's not even a
OG
cup
ain't
game.
supposed to be working this hard. Like,
It's not even a cup game.
I agree.
Yeah.
Rest. We're going against Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
We're going against Daddy A should be on the court.
I just think this is a good opportunity for Tibbs. I don't know who needs to talk to Tibbs. Maybe it was Johnny Bryant last year, who's currently spearheading it.
And I would take this loss if it happened. If this happened, as long as we rested players, I am so chill on it.
Yeah.
I swear to you, like we probably wouldn't recap it unless we see a lot from the bench. Like,
this feels like the trap game.
Bench was fire.
This feels like the trap game, no?
No,
like
actually,
we absolutely.
I actually think the Brooklyn game
the trap game
could have been a trap game just because of But what are the chances of them doing that again? What they did last night, like 40 plus from Cam was crazy.
That was insane. That was insane.
And they won by 2. Like, you needed every bit of it, every bit of everything to get that
every bit
off.
of the 43. Yep, you're right. That's an adjustment. That's a Tibbs adjustment right there. I can see that.
I feel like that's like it should be so confident that we should go in there and win it that it gets me concerned.
I agree.
This game, I feel like Jordan Poole is going to go for 23 points. I'm putting $5 on that, and that's all I'm concerned about with this Wizards game, man.
All right.
What our bench does, and Jordan getting 23.
Nice.
I mean, Poole. Yeah, no, Jordan Poole. Yeah. 23. I did that. Jordan 23, baby.
All right. So we don't got to spend too much time on that. Moving on. Our last game of the week, which is our first game of the road trip, we are talking about Knicks versus Suns. Now, the Suns, I think, are 8-1 or 9-1 or 10-1. I think they only lost like 2 games. So this is the game that I don't want to say we're gonna lose this game, but this might be my first loss pick of the year, and I say that for several reasons. Right? I don't think the Suns are that good, to be honest with you. I do think that
I never even thought the idea of the Suns were that good, let alone the reality of the Suns.
Yeah. And the Knicks, we won 139-122 last year when we went down to Phoenix. But overall, we don't do really well against Phoenix. I remember the game I went to last year. Devin Booker game winner. Oh, I was so annoyed. So annoyed.
I remember you was in the building for that.
I was so annoyed about it. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, nothing worse than leaving from a loss off a game winner. But
a clutch bucket against your team for the win. Yeah, nasty.
So I think this is an interesting game for several reasons. Obviously, Kevin Durant is out for a couple weeks. That's a big reason. I also do think that Phoenix is just not a team I like us playing drop coverage against, and we're gonna play drop coverage against Phoenix.
Yeah,
and that's where my fear comes from. Because I don't think offensively, I think we'll be able to score with them. Like, I don't think that's the issue at all. And I don't even think Kevin Durant obviously is is elite scorer, but I don't even think he stops them from like not scoring a bunch of points. It's just gonna be more points for Booker and more points for Beal and stuff like that. But
I hear what you're saying.
But the reality of the situation is defensively, I have concerns for us specifically because I think that we're gonna play a shit ton of job coverage, and the Suns.
Shout out the gym.
We're gonna get shot out the fucking gym, bro. Like, like Bradley Beal gonna look at that shit and be like, "Oh, these niggas is wild." Because you know why? Because that's what I would say.
That makes sense.
That's what I would say. So yes, this is my first scheduled loss. Like, I had this on my losses, the first scheduled loss. Like, when I looked at the schedule, I was like, all right, we're going 14-0, and then we'll lose to the Suns. I'm being so serious, though. That's it.
I hear you. I made it to 19, I think. I think I made it to 17, 18, 19 games before I see my first loss. Yeah. I don't think this is it either.
So, and that's real. That'll put a little bit.
Man, like, damn, man, it's okay. I can't have the confidence to beat a KD-less, but they're 9-4.
Yeah.
They're third in the East. They're tied for third in the West. So they're doing their thing clearly. I wish I was 9-4. So I can't talk
It'll be a
about them
good
the way
test.
that I want to. I haven't been watching them to care about what they've been doing. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to act
even a
like
little bit.
every team in the league gets the same amount of attention. You know which ones you need to pay more attention to, and you know the sleepers out there that you should pay attention to. Shout out to the Orlando Magic who are third in the East right now.
I do have my league pass team. I watch the Knicks and then I watch my league pass team. And then that's usually it. That's usually it for me. I can't consume way too much NBA content. Like I just can't.
I do the multi-screen, and I have 3-4 games on.
And that's it. That's it. I usually before this year, I used to watch the Pelicans a lot. Because I was always a Chris Paul fan, so I've been watching New Orleans for a minute. But
oh man, it switches up. But I hear you.
Every year is a different team. But like Pelicans, I used to watch consistently. This year, who am I watching consistently? I think I'm watching Charlotte consistently because I like LaMelo. I just like the fact that he's hilarious. But everybody else.
I watched Magic and Sixers last night along with the Knicks. Yeah. It's a good game. They beat the Sixers. You know, shout out to that. They play the Suns next. Yeah. You know.
So maybe they'll soften them up for us. But yeah, I think this is our schedule loss. They don't got Paolo Bello Anthony, and they still cooking.
Yeah. Ventura chilling, Ben chilling.
Franz cooking up. I told y'all Franz was good, man. I told y'all Franz was good.
The whole roster, the whole everything. Yeah, I couldn't have seen nothing any clearer. I was like, oh damn. Ooh, they may be coming. And if they get one trade that just makes you like, oh, they did that? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some work. But that's neither here nor there. We gotta get Wingstop ready. None of these teams you mentioned should even matter.
They shouldn't.
If we had Wingstop doing Wingstopian things. And that's not their fault. It's not their fault because they're overcompensating for the lack of Mitch and Precious. And that's why we have. That's why it's not Tibbs' fault because that's why he has to use the drop because we don't have Mitch and Precious.
It's an overcompensation. You're absolutely right. I can't even
we gave y'all a full show with full content on things. And made it as much as possible when we're sitting completely in the middle right now of just being we're 6-6. We're fourth in the East. The sky is not falling.
It's not.
We have no crazy anything's going on anywhere. I mean, yeah, we did that.
It's not.
We did that.
All right. So y'all already know what time it is. It's time for Knicks for Clicks. LOL Knicks.
Clicks.
Where, you know, these Knicks fans, man.
Yeah.
This is just the darndest things.
This one is on you because I turned mine into the previous segment because it was 100 and something comments. It was going on from morning to afternoon. I was like, yo, this is nutty. Yeah. Jalen Brunson needing to trade Jalen Brunson. That was my Knicks for Clicks.
And that's a real Knicks for Clicks. So my Knicks for Clicks, I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I like you.
I ain't even gonna lie. So my Knicks for Clicks is always hilarious, but this one was super funny to me. It came from Tommy Bear. Tommy Bear is a good Knicks aggregator, and I just thought that this tied in a lot into our conversation for like what the eye test tells you, right? So Tommy Bear put highest plus minus in the NBA in 2024. We occupied the first spot and the sixth spot on that list. The first spot is Jalen Brunson. And I'm talking about for the calendar year of 2024.
Calendar year.
Yes, for the calendar year of 2024.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson is plus 536. These are for the people, and I wanted to bring this up during the Valuating Jalen Brunson conversation because this is why I say no.
You had to sit on, you had to hold it.
Yeah. Jalen Brunson is a plus 536. That means, for people who don't understand plus minus, that when Jalen Brunson is on the court for the New York Knicks, the calendar year of 2024.
Yeah.
The New York Knicks
2 years from now.
are 536 points better
Yeah.
than their next opponent. Number 2 is Nikola Jokic. Number 3 is Jason Tatum. Number 4 is Derek White. Number 5 is SGA. And number 6, they call him the Warden, OG Anunoby. They call him the Warden, OG Anunoby.
There you go. And so much of the year, the calendar year, he was not a scorer like that. And his summer was off.
Yeah.
Like, think how much time is off in that calendar year since we had OG in January. Like,
Yes.
Bravo. To be 6?
6.
Cumulative?
6.
That's crazy.
6.
Oh, bravo.
We usually bring some negative into the Knicks for clicks. I wanted to bring some positive in just for you people, and I felt like it was so suited because you started talking about that evaluating Jalen Brunson. I was like, yeah, I'm bringing this shit tomorrow because y'all gonna have to explain to me. Y'all gonna have to explain to me. Deep Knicks Twitter. You gotta have to explain to me. How the fuck you traded him for less than 40 first? 40. I need 40 first. 40.
Gotta have the draft rights to LeBron James III.
Really, LeBron James the 5th? I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah. Third and fifth. You gotta skip 2 and 4 generations.
Right to first refusal on all NBA spawns. If you good, you come to me. If you good, you come.
And Steph Curry's daughter, because the rules may change in a few years.
Yeah. Let's be clear. I want the WNBA rights too, because the WNBA rights for the New York
for the champion liberties.
Yeah, I need the WNBA rights too. I need New York City to be a powerhouse, bro. Do you understand the level of social, not only like basketball equity, we talking about social equity, we talking about cultural equity that Jalen Brunson has in the city of New York, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
How you can't trade it from anybody.
I know.
It's not duplicated. Bro, in all reality, y'all out there, they traded away a man who made the All-Star team 3 out of the 4 years and made 2-time third All-NBA because he did not fit seamlessly with this man. That's just the God honest truth. That's just the God honest truth. Like, they looked at it and it was like, man, we could do better than this. And we love Julius. And we adore him and his family and Kaiden. They made an enemy out of Kaiden Randall for the rest of his life. Like, Kaiden Randall will never love us ever again.
Oh, that hurts, man. No, listen. As a Julius fan here, but I love Cat.
It's the truth, bro. It's the truth.
I'm not gonna say that.
It's the truth.
You can say it though.
Listen. I'll do what needs to be done.
You can say it.
I'll do what needs to be done.
But it's the truth. That 2 for 1, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because Julius Randle went down injured, right? And Cat can go down injured.
He can.
And the loss of losing Randle was sustainable because we also had a Dante.
Yes. I also want to not even to cut you off because I felt like this is super important to just throw in here at the end.
Oh,
as a follow up for our Knicks for clicks.
And this was supposed to be a thought of mine also. We did not talk about this. I know you go.
Listen.
I'm sure I do.
Listen. Wolves for clicks. LOL Wolves. We're a Wolves fans say the darkest thing. I wanted to do this for you. This is for you, bro. I didn't even call out to you. This is for you specifically. I'm not even going off. We're not even ending until I read this for you in full context.
All right.
Oh man.
Let me get right.
Oh man, bro. Why they doing this to you, bro? Why they doing this to the Julius fans of America? I have questions for you. I need to know how you feel about this even. I'm not even gonna do this. No, I need this to be.
I can't wait till you say it now because I honestly was thinking something else. So now I'm really on the edge of my seat. I'm like, ooh, let's see what we got here.
Hold on, wait. Because I sent this to my man Beggs, big Julius fan, probably the biggest. Maybe probably you and him are probably the biggest Julius fans I know. I sent this
That's
to
fair.
him, and he was like, "Damn, bro, it's not even my fight no more."
It's not even my fight no more.
It's so tough. I don't know. He was so mad.
Oh no!
I don't know. He was so mad, bro. I was sitting there
What
like,
would make
nah,
a man say that? Nah, what happened?
bro.
Nah, I gotta see. What I was thinking of was
Go ahead.
trades.
While I find this.
I was thinking of the trades for the trade requests, the trade ideas that have been popping up for Dante DiVincenzo. The Jericho Sims campaign, 2 second-round picks. Dante isn't cooking over there. We need him back. Those were. I thought that's where you was going to go. Because I was like, yeah, no, they're not doing that. Nobody's doing that. That's not a thing that's happening right now. It's just, no. And nah, apparently you got something. You got something better.
Oh man, bro, I can't.
What are they so mad about? I mean,
Oh
okay,
man, they was crashing,
right
bro.
now.
They was crashing out on him,
Okay.
bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay.
They was crashing out on him. I'm so mad I can't find the tweet.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Hey, I got one right here. You got Julius Randle, count your days. Julius Randle ruined the franchise. 11 points against the Blazers. This is after back-to-back losses against the Trailblazers, by the way. Julius Randle, put your hands up on the defense challenge. They was calling that. Put your hands up on defense challenge. Julius Randle, Nas Reed is open.
This is stupid.
Oh
This is
my God,
stupid.
they cooking.
No, I
him,
could have
bro.
said Jalen Brunson. OG Anunoby was open. OG Anunoby was open at the three like 3 times in that fourth quarter yesterday.
sure was.
I needed one more 3 to crack my
Oh, here we go.
parlay.
Here we go. I found what I was
parlay.
looking for. I found what I was
A
looking for.
spread money line parlay.
I found what I was looking for. Here we go. All right. So this comes from NYK Terry. Shout out NYK Terry. He said he was curious about how Timberwolves fans felt about Julius Randle so far. Eyes emoji. So that led him to deep dive, right?
Yes.
He
I
said,
want to do so myself. Yes.
he said, now cats go on to this. This is what he found on Wolves Reddit. Now cats go on to this. So much patience for Randall, but y'all got what y'all wanted. An inefficient scorer who doesn't put any effort into defense. He can't rebound the fucking basketball. Wow, I didn't know that. He turns the ball over. He doesn't get back on defense. He ruins team's chemistry, and he has horrible body language. Now, on nights like this in last games, I think he was talking about the Portland game. We see him for what he's always been. Fucking worthless if he isn't scoring. I'm so tired of watching Julius Randle on this team only ever function when his offensive game is on. He checked out on defense all game and actively makes defense harder for the rest of the players on the floor because he's completely lost off ball and doesn't give any effort. Even against Charlotte, like 2 minutes into the game, Julius Randle is running with Brandon Miller on the breakaway. It just stops under the basket and doesn't even contest when he literally has no fouls. There's no reason not to contest. No. Wait. I'm not done. They cook him. They cook him. Now here comes the buyer's remorse. Now, Cat is nearly inaugurably having the best season of his career with the Knicks, and we're stuck with 2 players who each have one half of his skill set. They talking about Dante Julius. All because Cat was bad in the playoffs, stupid fouls, and that he was a whiner. But oh wait, Julius Randle has significantly worse body language. It's an even bigger whiner. Fouls are just as stupid and is an infinitely worse playoff dropper than Cat has ever been. Get this fucking clown off the wall.
Oh my God.
And this is not a Julius Randle slander cat. Let's be clear. This is not a Julius Randle
one
slander.
of those things wasn't true. So he boards.
That's what I'm saying. He boards.
He gets assists. He boards. He gets assists. I don't know. I don't know what's going on up there in Minnesota. Bro. I don't know if y'all using Julius Randle right, but what's the nigga? I don't tell you.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro.
All-star here.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm slightly offended.
I'm
slightly offended. First of all, we might be offended for 2 different things. But how they just gonna steal Knicks fans' whole swag ball for ball?
Like, I think a Knicks fan wrote that. I I think
That's
a
hate.
Knicks
We do
fan
that. That's
who
us.
hates Randall so much
Has been
acted
locked
like he was a mini fan. Acted like he was a mini fan to get that off. Just because he hates Randall so much. I know people that unhinged. I know you know people that unhinged. I know people that unhinged. That read so much like everything I heard negative about Julius Randle over the last 4 years, while at the same time, the man was a 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA.
He was.
Top 25,
That's
10,
undeniable.
5.
That's
Jokic
undeniable.
and Embiid Randle numbers.
Yeah, I didn't. And the thing is that I never thought Julius would be bad for Minnesota at all. Like I just didn't.
I don't think they
think
probably deserve to lose those games. I got to do a deep dive now because that was crazy. That was insane.
That was
actually crazy.
That was insane. When I saw that and I sent it to him, he was like, "That's bullshit." That's not my battle.
That was actually crazy.
You got to go find the Julius.
I'm not gonna sit there and fight that one, but I looked at the Rosen stats today. I'm gonna go check out to see what Randall is doing because that was crazy.
That was crazy, right? That was
Dante's
crazy.
having a bad year
and
too.
I think he had a good game last night too. I think he was like plus 27 in the box score.
Yo, you think Minnesota trash talk is gonna face him?
Yeah, he's been molded by the toughest.
Come on,
It's not gonna be y'all that break him. Let's be clear.
The trenches. Listen, he's forged by fire. All right. White iron hot steel forged by the best of flames. The New York Liberty torch of flames. Like, dog, get out of here. There's nothing y'all can do to him to crack. Honestly, y'all are so not an issue. Y'all better behave.
Yeah.
Y'all, hey, y'all don't want to lose Cat for nothing. Julius Randle's getting a contract next year. Barring any major injury this season, if you guys don't pick up a contract with this guy, you lost Cat. You lost Cat for Dante.
You gonna have to give him $250. You gonna have to give him $250. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. Because what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna go get Giannis? That's the only other thing you gonna have to do. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. Anthony Evans is way too much of an alpha nigga to let Giannis come in his team think that he about to do shit. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Right.
They got Julius Randle because Julius Randle has been trained to be a non-alpha nigga for 2 years.
Damian Lillard has had the best Damian Lillard in Portland was a perfect idea. Perfect. He's a true alpha that needs to run and just do his thing. Yeah. And you may not win, lose, draw, whatever, but you can't just pair him up with somebody else and think he's just gonna work just to work.
Yeah.
That ain't the case.
Yeah.
You gotta let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but that's our Knicks for Clicks. I thought that was a good Knicks for Clicks segment.
That was a good Knicks for Clicks. That Julius Randle monologue was clearly Nick hate. Yeah. So I swear to you.
It was hate. Yeah. It was peak hate. I won't lie to you. It was peak hate.
Yeah. It was peak hate. Yeah. And how y'all do that? Half the skill sets of Cat. I mean, I'll give you that because Cat is a better defender. I told you that on him. There's something out there showing that scouts are saying that Cat is a better defender than we give him credit. Also, I'll get on that and then I'll let you know. I'll let all y'all know.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in per usual. Follow us at Knicks and 6 Pod. Make sure you follow the company at Knicks Smooth Family ENT. Make sure you follow me at Frostman Guru. You already know Sean will find you.
Follow Frostman Guru. I follow Frostman Guru.
You sure do.
You can follow me following Frostman Guru if you really want to follow me.
If you was locked in like that.
if you was one of them. But maybe you not.
Yes, all indeed. Right. But yeah, thank you guys per usual for tuning in. YouTube, Twitch. Appreciate y'all for locking in with us.
Yo, shout out to y'all for real. Like for real. Like for real. I don't know. It's too funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yesterday, that comment from yesterday, it was too funny. It got me hyped for the Tyson fight. Like, need more of those.
That shit to me ass.
He showed his whole ass on ESPN.
Yo, sure did. Disney on Netflix.
Disney bundle, Netflix package. All right, dog.
All right, yes. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you next week. Peace.
Peace.